Hello Paula and all my friends at Philadelphia Cream Cheese. Welcome to my workroom. This is where you're going to find me 99% of the time dreaming and scheming up new ideas. You know, one day I might be doing a sewing or embroidery project. The next I'll be working on a jewelry design and planning to paint a new mural. You know, I just like to live a creative life. And that is why today, surprise, I am thinking of yet another recipe for Philadelphia cream cheese. And you know, I was kind of thinking, my life has been like a big crock pot. I've had so much exposure to different cultures and nationalities, and they've all been kind of thrown into that big pot and have been simmering away, and now the result is a fusion and blending of all those cultures and cooking techniques, and I really think that that has brought my cooking style up a few notches. Now, when I was growing up, on Sundays we would go to my grandmother's house for wonderful Southern cooked dinners. And on my dad's side, his mom was from France and his dad was from Poland. So I also got to experience all those wonderful French and Polish dishes and learn how to cook those. I also lived in a very diverse neighborhood growing up. Across the street we had a Lebanese and Syrian family, and down the block we had a Greek family. So I really got to experience all those different styles as well. But I really think I caught the cooking bug when I had the opportunity to travel all over the world, and at that point I realized that you can really find out a lot about somebody by the way they cook and what they eat. So today I would like to make an appetizer for you that fuses all those different cultures and all those different traditions into one dish. So let's get down to the kitchen and let's get cooking. Now to get started on our appetizer that blends all those different cultures into one appetizer. First I'm going to start off with a nice fresh juicy melon from the market. Now I don't want to cut it lengthwise, I wanted to cut it across. You'll understand why at the end because we're going to use it for our presentation. So I've cut my melons in half and scooped out all those seeds. Now I'm taking a melon baller and I'm just going to make some nice little melon balls and place them into a mixing bowl. Now, here comes the little Mexican twist. You know, since I've been living here in the Southwest, I've learned to cook with a lot of Mexican flavors. And in the streets of Mexico, one of their favorite little snacks is to take whatever fruits in season and to squeeze a little lime juice on it and sprinkle it with chili powder. So that's what I'm going to do to these melon balls. Now, this is absolutely wonderful. You just got to try it. So after I got all my melon balls made, I want to take some fresh limes and just squeeze all that juice right over those melon balls. You know, enough to coat them, probably about 4 tablespoons full of fresh lime juice. Next I'm going to take some chili powder, about 1/4 teaspoon to a whole teaspoon. It depends on how spicy you like it. And I'm just going to mix all those melon balls up, place them in the refrigerator so they get all happy and full of all that lime and chili powder, and we'll be using these in a little while. Now I hope you didn't put away your melon baller just yet, because now we need to use it for our American portion of our appetizer, and that's going to be the Philadelphia cream cheese. Now I can't think of too many other things that are as American as Kraft's Philadelphia cream cheese. So I'm going to make little cheese balls using the chive and onion flavor. You know what? This is so good, I really don't have to do too much to it. So I'm just going to use my melon baller and scoop out little balls of cream cheese and place them on a plate. Now to aid me in this, I like to take some hot water, have it over to the side in a coffee cup, and I just dip my melon baller in there, and then these just glide right out. Now once I get all these made, I'm going to place them on a plate and put them into a freezer, for about maybe 10-15 minutes until they're chilled and nice and firm so we can go on to the second part. When I say Southern food, what's the first thing you think of? Yeah, probably something fried, huh? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do with our cheese balls. We're going to put a little Southern influence on them. So I've taken my balls out of the freezer and they're nice and firm and easy to work with. Now I'm going to dip these into some flour, and this is just going to set our cheese. Shake off the excess and then put it into some beaten egg. The egg is going to act like a glue, because then next we're going to put it into some Japanese panko breadcrumbs. This is going to give it a little Japanese flair as well. Now I love using panko breadcrumbs because it really does keep your food nice and light and crispy. Now this is just going to be a very quick fry. This only really takes a couple minutes to get these little cheese balls nice and golden brown. So when that happens, I'm going to transfer them to a paper towel lined plate and get ready to go on to the next step. My cream cheese balls came out of the fry pan and they're so nice and light and golden brown. They only took a few minutes. They're just so easy to do. If you've never thought about frying cream cheese, you've really got to try it. It's such a nice way to showcase how rich and creamy the Philadelphia cream cheese really is. Just this light, simple coating really shows how nice and rich and creamy the centers are. Now over here I have my bowl of melon that has been marinating in the refrigerator. It is now just full of all those fragrant lime flavors, and then you kind of get that little pop of that chili powder. It is just such a unique way of serving fruit. Now let's go ahead and assemble our appetizers. First I'd like to take some prosciutto ham. Now this is going to be our Italian influence. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried prosciutto and melon, but it is such a natural combination. Just the rich sweet taste of that melon, nice and juicy, and the salty rich flavors of the prosciutto. They're just a natural combination, I tell you. Now I'm just going to take a third of my slice of prosciutto. I'm going to pick up one of my pieces of melon, and I'm just going to wrap the prosciutto all around that marinated melon ball. Next I'm going to take a piece of fresh mint. It's just so nice and fragrant and such a good complement to this combination I have going on. Now I'm going to take one of my crispy cheese balls, place it on top, and then with a toothpick I'm just going to combine all those flavors. Now look at how simple and easy that is. It's just so beautiful. It looks good enough to eat. These appetizers just turned out so beautiful and elegant that we really need a nice way to showcase them. So what I did is I took my shell of my cantaloupe, just the rind, and placed it in the middle of a serving plate. Now I'm going to use the aid of a metal skewer here, and I'm just going to poke some holes. After I poke those holes, I'm just going to take my beautiful little appetizers and I'm going to stick them right in. So when I complete this, this will be a lovely presentation of all these appetizers right and ready for everybody just to take one. Now I'm finishing decorating my appetizer plate, and it just looks and smells amazing. This is just so elegant, you know. I could go ahead and serve it just like this on the platter, on a buffet table or a countertop. But if I really want to kick it up and make it be the star of the show, if I simply take a vase or a canister like this and fill it full of things that have beautiful colors. Now I have these little tiny pears that are so pretty. I can also add some limes. I could add some berries, I could add beans, anything that had some beautiful color. Even some fresh flowers floating in water would be stunning. Now what I want to do is just take my platter, place it on top, and you know what? It instantly becomes the star of the show, and it should be, because this is so beautiful, so simple and tasty, elegant, everything that you want in an appetizer right here. All the fusion of flavors, all nationalities. What more could you ask for? Give this one a try. I think your guest and you are going to love it at your next party.